Hello there. Time to talk some wrestling.
I'm Sting. I'm Sting.
Don't know if you heard that, but this is like some Sting toy that my friend got while he was abroad in the 90s. Obviously, Crow likes Sting. I bring this out because... Shut up. Because, yeah, well, Sting's apparently re-signed with TNA. And, yeah, it's doubtful that we're going to get, like, any kind of WrestleMania appearance from him. Or anything. And, you know, it just sucks, really. Because all anyone would have been happy with is a stare down with The Undertaker and a Hall of Fame induction. That's all I really wanted from Sting, really. Because I think at this point, no, an actual match with Sting at WrestleMania probably would nowhere near live up to the hype, would it? Judging from like how he's been in TNA, although like at points he has tried, I guess, but yeah, I don't think like it would have like lived up to like what everyone would want match quality wise, even if he like did have a match with Undertaker or anyone else. To be honest, was as cool as it is, and you know, there's not many dream matches left for like long time wrestling fans that could actually happen. Sure, there may be like some modern day ones that would make like not too much sense, I guess. Off the top of my head, God, can't actually think of any. Oh dear. Well, that went down. Well, didn't it? Oh, Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson, or Kurt Angle versus CM Punk. Yeah, that's more for like the smarks of the wrestling community. I'd like to see Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson. I think that could still be an awesome match. And if Kurt Angle was going to go back to WWE, maybe that would happen. But you can never tell with Kurt Angle. I mean, he says a lot that TNA is his home and stuff. But like, what more can be done with him after this thing with Jeff Jarrett pans out, really? Other than like have another world title reign or a TNA title reign. There's not a lot really that he could do. I mean, he could like just retire and that'd be it, and he's had a great career. But yeah, still like Kurt Angle a lot, and yeah, that's one dream match that could happen, but I don't know. It's pretty doubtful that it will ever happen. But even so, like that wouldn't compare to like how much like a dream match like between Sting and Undertaker, or like Sting and Shawn Michaels or Triple H or anyone. It doesn't really like give like a big time feel like that would. I mean, yeah, it would to wrestling fans, to like, you know, die-hard wrestling fans. That's a match to like mouthwater over, Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson. But as far as like a big spectacle goes, it doesn't really match up to like say Undertaker versus Sting whatsoever. And it's a shame that like it can't happen, and blatantly Sting's just like milking Dixie Carter for all he can get money wise. And I guess like, do you really blame him? You know, like, he's comfortable, he like earns a fuckload of money that he doesn't deserve in TNA, and he's probably going to continue to do that by the looks of things, which is a shame. I hope like something happens and like it is just all a swerve and he is going to do something, but it looks like he is just going to come back in TNA, and what more can he do really in TNA? Nothing. No, well, what can anyone do in TNA, really? I mean, I've been watching TNA again, like, because it is on Challenge, that it's a challenge on the UK that shows old game shows, and today I actually switched it on, and it was showing, like, Family Fortunes, and I actually, like, sat and like watched half an episode of Family Fortunes, it had like celebrities on it, well, minor British celebrities on it, and it's like from the early 90s. It had like Shane Ritchie when he was really young, before he was Alfie in EastEnders, and had Jim Bowen from Bullseye, Dale Winton, Supermarket Sweep Dale, and yeah, I don't know how that fits in with anything I've been saying, but yeah, nonetheless, it looks like we're not going to see Sting, which sucks, at WrestleMania, but, you know, we are going to get The Rock, which will be something pretty great, I'd imagine, because The Rock, his appearance on Raw a few weeks ago just like blew everyone away, didn't it, really? Everyone in that locker room. Unfortunately, though, some of the stuff he was saying, I think, could like confuse a lot of like casual fans. Like the thing that he said, like how he's like not going anywhere. We know that's not true. You know, if we're lucky, we may see him once more before WrestleMania, and then that'll probably be it. It's also been talk from In Your Head Wrestling Online. Jackie Jones said like what they may do is like they may build up to a match between Rock and Cena at SummerSlam, which could be good because it could actually like bring something special to SummerSlam. But yeah, it's like a kind of thing where you don't know where they're really going with that, The Rock and Cena. You know, Cena did like went back to his rap style promo on Monday night, and I really enjoyed that. I dig that, and I think if he kept going with that, or just like dropped that every now and again in the last, how many years has it been since he's been this lame character? Like 5 years or something, 6 years. Then maybe, just maybe, more people would like him. You know, just saying. Sometimes it doesn't matter about the wrestling. It doesn't matter that it's like comebacks aren't real, or that his selling is like just dead selling and looks like cartoony as fuck. You know, if he had something like to his character that the fans could grab onto and like, and that could be like a bit edgy and make it seem like he'd actually kick someone's ass, then, you know, it would all be fine, wouldn't it? But no, Cena's Cena. He sells the t-shirts, he sells the merchandise, he's like a role model for the kids or whatever. But yeah, you know, what was it? Someone said something really hilarious about him. The only thing that's missing from John Cena's outfit on his cap is like a little propeller, like a little old school geek thing. And yeah, I think that's true. WrestleMania 27, how's that shaping up? Ooh, I don't know. To be honest, the card doesn't look very strong, does it? I mean, what have we got? We got Cena versus The Miz. You know, contrary to what like a lot of other people think, and you know, The Miz, polarizing opinions on him. Some people think like he acts like a star and brings something good to the title, and other people think like he doesn't deserve to be there and he looks like a jabroni or whatever, and I can see it from both angles. Me personally, I'm entertained by The Miz. I think he like does quite a good job of being this like fucking dickhead of a character that like you want to see being beaten up, and I like that. I have respect for The Miz for that and pulling that off. But the problem is, no one can believe that he's gonna like retain against Cena, and like in his matches with Orton and people recently, no one believes he's on the star level of Orton, and that's because like we don't believe that he's got a chance of beating them. And there's something quite wrong about that, really. Like when it's like the champion in those situations. You know, one thing I think, like, if they were like the right thing to do to build up Miz more would be for him to go over clean, or not necessarily clean, but maybe a little bit underhanded, but not too underhanded, over John Cena at this WrestleMania. I mean, no one believes that that's going to happen, do they? And the thing is, sometimes like WrestleMania has a bit of a card that isn't too special, you can like liven it up like by having a few surprise results. An example of this would be WrestleMania 24. CM Punk won the Money in the Bank. I don't think many people like really believed that was gonna happen, and it was good like kickstart to like him becoming a main eventer, which has been very stop and start with him, to be honest, but it's a good kickstart. And the other surprise result from that WrestleMania was Randy Orton retaining the title in a triple threat with Triple H and John Cena, which was quite a good match, and the match was made better because of that surprise win. We all thought like, oh, one of the faces is gonna like get their title again, blah blah blah. But no, it didn't happen, and that was part of what made that WrestleMania so good, those surprise results. I mean, that WrestleMania is probably like one of the best in recent years, and could be within the top 5 or 10 WrestleManias of all time, really. But it did have other stuff going for it. Obviously, it had Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair in like a big match, like with Ric Flair's career on the line, and that really meant something at the time. You wouldn't be able to tell that seeing Ric Flair in TNA now, but yeah, that really meant something and was like a real emotional driven match. And also Undertaker versus Edge. You know, they both like never been pinned at WrestleMania, and I thought Edge had like quite a good chance, even though like he obviously wasn't gonna win, and Undertaker won. But that was a great match too, and yeah, and like that's the thing with WrestleMania. Like sometimes you can have like a card that's slightly a bit lackluster and like nothing that different. As long as they pull out something or like do something a bit unpredictable with it, it could work out alright. I mean, there isn't like really a special I mean, they're trying to do like a special marquee match of Undertaker and Triple H, and I'm sure to a lot of fans that would be something great, but you know, it's not going to be like the match they had at WrestleMania 17, which was a great match. I'm sure like it could still be a good match, but it is like all kind of following on from the laurels of like Taker's matches with Shawn the past 2 years, and that's not right, really. No, that like doesn't really warrant something great in my eyes, especially like with only like a month to build it up as well. You know, like it would be good if they did pull something out of the bag and like at least tried, which I'm sure they're gonna, but you know, I'm not that hyped for it, to be honest. Although there's no doubt that they will probably do something to make it quite good and entertaining. But yeah, like no one really believes that like Triple H will win. And also, if it's like another career versus streak thing, that's just like what we had last year, isn't it? You know, they can't just like keep going on like that. Like a lot of wrestling fans aren't that fickle, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the thing is, like, that doesn't make sense. Is Sheamus took out Triple H, and Nexus and Kane took out the Undertaker, and those are like total loose ends. I mean, like, WWE doesn't always care about continuity and stories and such, but yeah, it is a bit patronising that like nothing's been like made out of that yet. I mean, maybe that's all going to happen after WrestleMania, but I think they just like looked at the card and thought, oh, you know, we can't, like, Sting isn't coming in. Don't know if The Rock will wrestle. Oh, who have we got? Oh, yes. Out of our old school big stars, we've got Triple H and Undertaker. There we go. We can, like, make something out of, oh, you were in my friend's career. But, like, that doesn't make sense. Why would, like, Triple H wait, like, a year to do anything about that as well? You know, maybe they'll explain it better as time goes on. I don't know. But, yeah. To me, not that cool, not that cool. And then there's like the world title match that's set up. Edge and Alberto Del Rio so far. Obviously, like, Christian has been injured for a while, but would have preferred like a Christian versus Edge match for WrestleMania. Maybe they can like have it next WrestleMania, because Edge is apparently retiring, or there's talk of it, next year, and maybe that will be like a good kind of like send-off thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like Christian does like do something in this match to like set up some kind of like feud between him and Edge like as the year goes on, or like him like avenge Edge's loss to Alberto Del Rio. You know, I'm not totally sure if Del Rio's going to get it, but then again, it would make a lot of sense for him to get that belt, seeing as he is being built up like in this kind of like momentum level. But yeah, another thing from this WrestleMania, another thing that's like kind of in the bag, but maybe not quite yet TV wise, is Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler. And I'll tell you what, it's something wrong when this is the thing that I'm most looking forward to at this WrestleMania, isn't there? There's something wrong with that. You know, oh sorry, just stand up and adjust there. No, Michael Cole has been acting like a right dick, and I enjoy it personally. I'm a bit of a coal miner. You know, I enjoy Cole's antics, even if it is like a bit overbearing at times. I think overall it is just good. Like, the only problem is though how he's like still the presenter of Raw, yet he's like being a fucking dick most of the time. It doesn't really like match up, you know, and that's like the only real problem with it. So hopefully after this WrestleMania, maybe he will just be an on-screen character, like they just have like Josh Matthews and someone else do the commentary, and like 'cause Josh Matthews is like a nice safe kind of commentator guy, and he doesn't annoy me as much as Cole used to when Cole had that role. I think Josh Matthews does an alright job actually. But yeah, Michael Cole, like his promo on Jerry Lawler, I mean they used his like mum's passing and that on Monday, and Jerry Lawler, like, you know, he's always convincing with his promos when he's in this role, and I prefer him doing this kind of stuff to his commentary. His commentary just like, oh shut up King, you know. But yeah, I prefer it like this. And if they are having a match, I think it would be a lot of fun. And Cole is the kind of guy you want to see him get his ass kicked. But he is looking really stocky now, isn't he? And I read like a few months ago that he's learning how to take bumps. So perhaps it was leading up to this. You know? But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that and hoping that's going to get pulled off. What else is there on the card? Well, I guess CM Punk and Randy Orton will probably be happening, or like something to do with John Morrison as well. I'm sure that could be good. You know, there's like a long-running feud thing there, like with Orton costing Punk the belt, and I'm sure they could pull out a good match and like try for WrestleMania. There's not much else to say about that really. I'm sort of like the build is still in progress. I mean, CM Punk's like a great promo guy, and I really dig his wrestling skills. And he is been one of my favourites to watch in like this new era of WWE. Since seeing him on there, you know, and yeah. There hasn't been any talk of Money in the Bank yet. Who knows if that's actually happening, seeing as they got a Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I hope it's happening, you know. So I think like a nice spot fest like really breaks up WrestleMania, and it is just something to like enjoy and maybe get a bit excited for, you know. Even though it's probably like been done to death now, to be honest. I don't know if there's many ways that kind of match can improve. But you know, at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, they were both good matches still. So it's like kind of a hard match to like fuck up, really. I'm sure if TNA did it though, like it'd fuck up, but you know, it's not TNA. But yeah, there's some thoughts on WrestleMania so far. I mean, I don't know what I would have done to make it better. I mean, The Rock's involvement is going to be something good, and probably like one of the things I'm looking forward to be honest. Although I don't really know how it's going to end up with him and Cena or him and Miz, because I don't really see him getting in the ring and like risking himself like that again, to be honest. Although like, it would be exciting to see him in a ring. He is the Great One, most electrifying guy in entertainment. But yeah, I've totally rambled on about wrestling. If you find anything of interest, please leave a comment. And also, if you like comment on this, it might inspire me to do more wrestling related videos again. Because this is the first wrestling related video I've done probably in about 6 months or so. And yeah, who knows. Alright, take it easy.